Hey everyone, my name's Natasha and I'm the founder of Unbox. We're a company that is creating a new narrative for women in the media. We take you behind the scenes of some of the biggest innovators, and today we will be hanging out with the StyleBee team. So StyleBee is a female-founded, Y Combinator-backed beauty tech startup. They're a concierge hair and makeup service. You go onto their platform, it's super easy to use, you book your service and the stylist shows up at your door and has you ready in around 45 minutes. The founder, Anna, is a complete badass and she actually gave birth to twins a couple of months ago. She has graciously allowed her to come into her home and interview her and the rest of the team. And I can't wait, so let's go. Hi, how are you? So good to see you. Come on in, you guys.
Hi, my name is Anna Santeramo and I'm the founder and CEO of StyleBee.
Tell me what it's been like these past few months. You've had twins, you're running your own startup. What has that experience been like?
Oof, it's been an interesting mess. I don't want to sugarcoat it because I think women need to know that, but it's intense and it's an extremely challenging situation where you have to navigate two different worlds. Right. My little ones were in the ICU for 28 days.
Oh my gosh.
Right after they were born. And so it was really interesting to sort of spend like half a day at the hospital where essentially you are at the mercy of, you know, anything, and then transition to your startup where you're supposed to be in control and lead everyone else in your team. So I think both, you know, going back and forth between the two worlds, I think it's a very interesting experience that I think helps, at least has helped me as a human being, being better actually in both situations.
Is mom guilt real and how do you cope with it?
So I don't really like the word guilt. It's not part of my vocabulary. I think that guilt has a negative connotation, and I think that when people talk about mommy guilt, it's a symptom of a larger issue, which is, you know, you're doing too many things at the same time. But I don't think that women, when women work, they're doing too many things at the same time. I feel that women, like men, like as human beings, we are, you know, we're multidimensional, and I feel that every woman, like every man, in order to be fulfilled, needs to have different aspects and opportunity to both, you know, be a mother but also work. So I don't feel guilty, but I do feel that, you know, there's a lot of things I would like to do with my time, and the question is, how do you prioritize and at each and given time? So that's my take on it.
What is one lesson you want your kids to learn from you?
I want them to learn to be persistent. I recently learned an expression which I didn't know before, and that is squeaky wheels get the grease. And I feel that, you know, no matter who you are, we get to achieve things because we bug other people, we harass our investors, we try to find our employees, we come up with a business ideas, and nothing really works and nothing happens unless you actively chasing something and knocking on people's doors. And so persistence is really, I think, the name of the game in life in general, and in particular, I think, in work. And this in particular for my daughter, because I have two sons and a daughter, and I think that really applies to women. We need to work harder, we need to knock on more doors, and we need to have more attitude, because, you know, if we don't do that, you know, like naturally are not going to be taken seriously. So yeah.
Hi there, I'm Chantal Hartshorn and I am creative director at StyleBee.
Tell me about a WTF moment you've had in your life.
WTF moment in my life? I think really just understanding how big this all could be. But I think it was really when I found out that just everyone who ever did anything was just one of us doing stuff. And so when I really realized that I could also be a part of that and dance with everyone and you know, be a part of the world that's exciting and changing, I think that was my real, okay, here we are. This is crazy, and that really blew my mind, especially walking into my 30s.
Hi, my name is Natasha Reuter, and I'm an operations manager at StyleBee.
You were in physics school for a couple of years. How many years were you in physics school?
10 years. My whole elementary, middle school, and high school, it's all physics and math school. And then I went to college for history and languages. And then I went to my second college and I graduated with drama degree.
What advice would you give to college-going girls that are watching this right now?
Basically the same as I gave myself when I went to college, is try to major in something you like, not like someone is pushing you to major in something. So if you like coding, if you want to be an engineer, go do that. You know, if you like something different, you know, if you want to be an artist, go graduate with that degree.
College kids, like I'm thinking about my life, and you know, you have a lot of pressure going from your peers, your family, your teachers, so you know, your professors, that I think that you shouldn't try to fall under pressure too much, that essentially you should always try to stay true to yourself and really focus on what you want to do.
Yep.
Because it could be really challenging.
What is the hardest part about working for a startup?
Separating it from your personal life. Honestly, when you're working at a startup, you start working at a startup because you believe in what you're building. You don't do it to, it's not your get rich quick plan,
right,
you know? You do
right.
it because you're like, man, we're building something so cool, and like my voice matters, and every meeting we're doing something. So the hardest part is when it does need to be business, how to separate that from life and business, right? And you know, when you're at a startup, it's not, you're not grinding away for the man. You're like, we're making something awesome,
right? And
that's tough to explain to the people in your life, the work-life balance. It's difficult to make it not your entire world,
right?
Well, it is basically your entire world.
What does beauty mean to you?
Interesting question.
It's a really good question for a founder of a beauty company. So I sort of transitioned to beauty from really hardcore professions. I was an investment banker before, a corporate attorney, and you know, I've never thought about beauty in terms of, you know, physical beauty. I think for me beauty is just, you know, aesthetics. And so I come from a beautiful country. I'm used to see beautiful people, and I think that just should be part of our life. I don't think that people should be, especially women, should be ashamed of being beautiful. They should try to hide from when it's at work or from themselves. It should be part of our life. It should be like a sense of aesthetic that it's all around us, and that we should try to recreate, whether it's with the way we look or with the way we act or just with the way we think. You know, it's I think beauty is more like of a mindset, you know, just living your life in a different way and not necessarily physical.
It's something what everyone knows what it is. It's what we do, like what our company does, and for me it's like not only work but also like a lifestyle.
It started off meaning something very, very different. You know, when you're a little girl, all you know is that if you're beautiful, everything will be okay. That's what you believe as a child. Right. Turns out no. It's so false. Beauty to me is very unique, and I mean, this had to come from within more than anything, because if I sat and really listened to sort of like everyday beauty standards, then I would never get to dance. I would never get to feel beautiful. If I really sat and looked at it, I would never get to feel pretty. So we just have to erase that conversation, and restricting beauty from an individual is completely not okay, and that's not how it works. That's not how beauty works. And so when we're talking beauty, it is so much about every single little tiny scar and dot on your heart and your life and your face and your freckles and your friends and all of that. That's the most beautiful thing about someone. They're everything. What they come from, the horrible stuff that they had to go through as a child, their bad breakups, their crazy scar that they have on their knee from falling off a ladder when they were blackberry picking when they were 4. Like, that's all amazing. That's what's beautiful, is your life and who you are because of that life, not makeup. Take all this off, I look awful. Really, truly awful. And so if I had to rely on what my body looked like and what my face looked like to define what beauty is, then the only thing that's gonna happen for me is disappointment as I get older, and that is no life to live.